These are the instructions for eDesign Lesson 1. After you log on to Varsity Herf Jones, across the top of your screen you should see the word Book. Click that, and then I'm going to show you how to filter who is doing what. At first you're going to see a list of every single page that we have from page 1 all the way down to 264. It's divided by chapter. For example, it tells you the page right here, Girls Track. It tells you the chapter name, small and in italics underneath that. That's the sports chapter. Then it tells you the student that it has been assigned to. Eventually, you're going to see more names here. The chapter editor and chief's names will also be listed as people who can edit the book. To find your pages, you can either scroll, if you know the page number, if you know exactly what chapter you're in, or click on Filter. There's other things we'll sort by later, but for right now, click on Staff Assignment. Find your name. Today I'm going to be Mila. I'm going to check mark her name, and I'm going to see all the pages she's been assigned to. She has the Homecoming spread and the Special Interest Club spread. If you do not see one of the pages you have been assigned to, let me know and I'll fix that today. First, open up one of your pages, preferably one that is not an open or a close, or in the people chapter. We'll get to those later, editors. Find one of your just what I call regular pages. Double click it on either side. I double clicked on the 12 and 13. And you're going to see a blank spread. Now these gray boxes will not print. They're there just to help us line everything up. I'm going to show you what prints later. On the right-hand side is our toolbar. If you hover over each of the icons, you're going to see what it means. I want you to find the one called Templates. Click Templates, and right now there's two. I want you to use the one that has the red line. Click on it, drag it over, and drop it. To get this out of the way, we can choose these two arrows on the top right to close the panel. Now this is just the pieces you need to design your page. Everything here is completely movable and editable. The first thing I want you to do is take this red line, which eventually gets deleted, and put that where my line goes. For this example, I'm going to move it down a little bit. The next thing to do is to work with your headline and subheadline. It does not have to go on the top left, but for this I'm going to put it there to start with. Then I'm going to take the largest gray box, which represents our dominant picture, and I'm going to put it on the page, and I am going to use the gray boxes to line things up. Here on the keyboard, we're going to press Control and plus. Plus is kind of at the end of 8, 9, and 0. There's a minus button and a plus button. Shortcut for zooming in is Control plus plus plus. You can also use this over here to zoom in and out, but whatever works for you. Now when I make things the right size, I'm making it as big as these gray boxes. I don't want to put it right here in the middle of these gray boxes. I'm going to go all the way out to the edge. I'm also going to scroll down and make sure I am one pica, which is one set of blocks, away from that eye line. So if I move it up, you're going to see, here we go, there's some gray boxes. I'm going to move my eye line up one pica, or one set of white boxes, away from each other. Now each photo needs a photo by. This tiny thing here right now says photo by name. All photo bys go on the bottom right, not left, bottom right of pictures. I'm going to line up the E with that pink line right there. So this box and that pink line line up. This is the gutter, by the way. Photo by, it's also right justified or right aligned. So as we type, it's going to grow to the left, but it's going to stay aligned to the right side of that box. And every photo needs a caption. For right now, I'm going to put the caption for that one right there. Now your quote box can go up and down on either side. It can also go across the bottom. For me, I'm going to put it across the bottom. And I have this text here because eventually we're going to have a pre-designed quote bar for you. And I just need you to label it that quotes will eventually go here. Again, they can go horizontally, they can go vertically. They don't also have to go across the whole page. You can just put all of your quotes on one side. It's your design, but I'm going to put my quotes across the bottom. Then we're going to continue using these boxes, which represent pictures, to kind of give a very rough idea of what we want the layout to look like. Remember, once you have all of your gray boxes, and by the way, you can go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste to make more boxes. You can also right-click, copy, right-click, paste. You can make as many of these boxes as you want to. Once all of your gray boxes are where you need them to be, don't forget, every single picture needs a photo by. So I'm going to copy and paste that on every single picture. Make sure it lines up. For right now, I'm just going to doing this roughly. I'll go back and do the details later on. Every photo also needs a caption, so we need to save some room for that. So copy, paste, make your captions as wide as the picture if it's underneath the picture. So I'm making these wider. That one goes with that one. Pasting over here, I'm going to make this caption as wide as that one, and so on. And I would repeat. I'd make some room over here for captions on these. Paste, 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 paste. So your essentials are eyeline, some place for a headline, could be anywhere, some place for a dominant picture with photo by and caption, and then places for other things. Now, if you have a sports page, what I would do is I would copy and paste some of this text and type in things like team photo goes here. You can use this text box anywhere on your page to write me a note like a collage goes here, or a team photo goes here, or awards box goes here. So write me notes if you don't think I know what it is. Again, this is how we use it to do our basic layout. The way it prints is go up to your top of your screen. It's workplace controls. Click on the eyeball. No eyeball is it gets rid of all of the line up stuff. We'll eventually also delete your eyeline, but this is how the page would print. This is how we see it while we're working on it. So go back to the eyeball, so that we can line things up nice and perfectly. Don't forget to zoom in later and perfect where things go. You can use your arrow keys on your keyboard. You can move it with your mouse. And I'll show you some other tricks as we go along, but our goal is eyeline, dominant picture, headline, subheadline, square or gray boxes to represent where pictures go, with photo bys and captions on every picture, and an area for quotes if you plan to have quotes on your page. When you're finished, you simply just file save. And if you forget, if you were to close this box, it's going to say, do you want to save? Just push yes.